This is the practice paper 2, section B, so calculator. Jasper works in decorates flower pots to sell in his shop. He knows that it takes 12 minutes to decorate a flower pot. Jasper works from 9:30 a.m. until 12:50 p.m. on a Tuesday. He takes 20 minutes for a coffee break at 10:30. How many flower pots does he decorate? We're going to start off at 9:30 a.m. Decorate one flower pot. That's going to take us to 9:42. We're now going to decorate another flower pot. That's going to take us to 9:54. Another flower pot. We can split 12 minutes up into two sixes to make it a little bit easier if we need, because one six would take us to 10, and then another six would take us to 10:06, like this. Let's do another flower pot. That's going to take us to 10:18. Let's do 10:18 here. Let's do another flower pot. That's going to take us to 10:30. We're going to have a coffee break. I'm going to do it in a different colour so we can see that is a break. There we go. And that is going to take us to 10:42. No, it's not. It's not 12 minutes. It's going to be a 20-minute break. So that's going to take us to 10:50 rather. 10:50. Okay. We're going to do another flower pot, and that's going to take us to 11:02. Another flower pot is going to take us to 11:14. So from 11:14, we're going to do another 12 minutes, and that's going to take us to 11:26. Another 12 minutes is going to take us to 11:38. Another 12 minutes is going to take us to 11:50. Another 12 minutes, 12:02. 12:02, another 12 minutes to 12:14. 12:26. 12:38. And lastly, 12:50. So let's see how many flower pots he can do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip the break, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He can decorate 15 of these flower pots. Cruz is the editor of a magazine. The magazine has 40 pages. The magazine must have 20% of the pages for adverts, a quarter for photos, and the remaining for articles. Work out the number of articles. Okay, let's deal with this 20% first. So we're going to start with original, which is 100%. And that's going to be our 40 pages. We now want to go to 1%. And the way we do that is we divide by 100. There we go. And that's going to take us to 0.4. We want to go to 20%. So we're going to times by 20. Let's get our calculator. 20 times by 0.4 is 8. So we know that 8 pages are for adverts. Let's do a quarter for photos. So if we're doing a quarter, I'm going to draw 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be out of 40 pages. I want to find out how much each box is worth. So 40 divided by 4 is 10. Each box is worth 10. Okay, so that means 1 quarter is 10 pages of photos. I can work out how many we have left for articles. If we start off with 40, we take away our 10 for photos, and then we take away our 8 for adverts. That's going to give us 22. So we're going to have 22 pages left for articles. There we go. Amy wants a new skirting board in her living room. The skirting board will go along the bottom of each wall, not go across the doorway, not go across the fireplace. Here's a sketch of the living room. The skirting board comes in lengths of 2.4 meters. The skirting boards can be cut and joined. Hopefully, we should notice that this is in millimeters and this is in meters, so we need to convert it first. So I know that in 1 meter, there are 100 centimeters, and in 1 centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. So to go from millimeters to centimeters, I divide by 10. And to go from centimeters to meters, I divide by 100. So let's do 900 millimeters. Divide by 10 centimeters, 90 centimeters. 90 centimeters, divide by 100 meters, giving me 0.9 meters. So I know that this doorway is 0.9 meters. I want to find out the length of this wall with the doorway taken away, because we're not putting a skirting board there. So we're going to do 4.5, not 4.2, 4.5, take away 0.9. And that is 3.6. So I know that this doorway is 3.6 meters. Let's find out the bottom wall. So it's going to be 6.5 meters. Take away 1.2 for the fireplace. 5.3. There we go. We want to find out the total length of the skirting board now. So we're going to add together 4.5, 6.5, 3.6, and 5.3. So 4.5 plus 6.5 plus 5.3 plus 3.6, 19.9. Okay. Skirting boards come in lengths of 2 meters, 2.4 meters rather. We want to know how many of those fit into 19.9. So we could either work out that one skirting board is going to be, so 0 jumps, one skirting board is going to take us 2.4. Another skirting board is going to take us to 4.8. Another skirting board, so on and so forth. The fastest method, 1, 2, 3. The fastest method is to do 19.9 divided by how many fit into 2.4. So 19.9 divided by 2.4 has given me 8.291 recurring. I can't buy 0.2 of a skirting board. So we're going to need to round up and buy 9 skirting boards. There we go. When you're doing a pie chart, you want to make sure that you label your sections. You want to align the center of your protractor here and start at like 0 degrees there, and then follow around to like 60 degrees, which is probably about that for your skimmed milk. And that's going to be 60 degrees there. Make sure you start at 0. And then when you do your protractor here, align the center here and then start from 0 degrees again to work out your next section. Draw a hexagon. Hex tells it has 6 in it. It's going to have 6 sides. That is technically a hexagon, not a very good one, but it's a hexagon. Here is the shape. How many lines of symmetry does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5th line of symmetry there, 5. 5 lines of symmetry. Which of these describes the angle C? So obtuse is where it's bigger than 90 degrees. Acute is less than 90 degrees. Right angle is 90 degrees. Reflex is more than 180 degrees. This is less than 90, so it is an acute angle. Martin is a groundsman at the sports club. He records the percentage of grass covered in 12 places on the sports pitch. Here are the results. He wants to show the information in a group frequency table, use 5 groups of equal size. So we have 1 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to 60, 61 to 80, 81 to 100. We can see we've already got a tally for 1 to 20 in here, so we're going to get rid of that 18 so we don't double count it. Okay, 55 is going to fit in here. Let's cross it off. 32 is going to fit in here. Let's cross it off. 64 fits in here. 45 fits in here. 49 fits in here. 83 fits in here. 74 there. 27, 91, 40 there, 62 there. So that's going to give us 3, 3, 3, 2. Let's double check that it adds up to 12. So 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Martin clears all the rubbish left at the sports club. He counts the plastic bottles left each day for 60 days. The table shows the results. He wants to display the information in a chart. Draw a chart. You get a mark for labeling your axes. So we're going to label our upwards y-axis frequency or number of whatever. It's pretty much always going to be frequency. And along the bottom, we're going to give it the label of the other column, so number of plastic bottles. You get a mark for an accurate linear scale. So I can see that this needs to go up to 23, probably 25. We're going to start at 0 here. We have a couple of options. We could either count this as a 5 and then this is a 10, but I think that's going to make dividing it a little bit harder. So instead, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's a little bit short, but it should be okay. So frequency of 0 to 9 is at 2. So that should be nice and easy. That's going to go here. We're going to make sure that we label it. So that is 0 to 9 bottles. Our next one is going to be 10 to 19, which is 12. So use a ruler for this in your exam. 10 to 19. And you can see that's at 12. Also, crucially, we're going along the line. We're not doing like inside the box. We go along the lines. 20 to 29 is at 15. So there's 15. 30 to 39 is at 23. So 23 would be here. And lastly, 40 to 49 at 8. And 8 would be 5, 6, 7, 8. It is here. There we go. And that is how you draw your bar charts. I'll leave another video on fully drawing bar charts. Okay, here is a prism. All the corners of the prism are at right angles. How many faces are there? So it's got the front face, the back face, side, side, bottom, top, and then here and here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's got 8 faces. We've got 4 different views, which is the plan view. The plan view is looking down on it like this. We can see that it needs to be 5 wide and 3 across. This is diagram 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4 across, so it's definitely not diagram 1. Diagram 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, so it could be this one. Let's see about its width. 1, 2, 3. It is diagram 2. Which is the back view? So the back view is the front view flipped. It's going to be diagram 4. Penny is the manager of a nursery for preschool children. She knows the ratio of adults to children must be 1 to 8. She has 56 children. We want to find out how many groups of 8 fit into 56. So using our calculator, we're going to do 56 divided by 8. Which is 7. So she needs 7 adults. Reverse calculation. For a reverse, we're going to undo whatever we just did. So if we've done a times, we're going to do a divide. If we did an add, we're going to do a subtract. If we did a divide, we're going to multiply. So I'm going to do 8 times 7 is 56. All we need to do. Scott is a journalist. He's writing an article about fish and chip shops in his town. The table shows the price of a standard portion of fish and chips. Scott thinks the mean price of the standard portion of chips is £6.85. Is he correct? So the mean is where you add all your numbers together and divide by how many values there are. We're going to do £7.60 plus £6.25 plus £5.85 plus £6.65 plus £8. 7.6 plus 6.25 plus 5.85 plus 6. 34, 35. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shops. So 30, £34.35 divided by 5 is £6.87. Okay, he's really close, but he's not correct. Is Scott correct? No, he's 2p off. Use estimation to check your answer. So we're going to round each of these prices to like the nearest pound. So 7.60 is going to round to £8. 6.25 will round to 6. 5.85 will round to 6. 6.65 will round to 7. 8 will stay the same. So 8 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 35. 35 divided by 5 is 7. So £7 would be our estimation, which is pretty close to £6.87. Matteo works for a local council. The council has 1,260 grip bins. Let's put a comma in there. The council increased the number of grip bins by 5%. Matteo thinks there'll be more than 1,300 grip bins. Is he correct? So let's have a look. Start with original, find 1% and find 5%. So 1,260. We're going to divide by 100 to take me to 12.6. I can double check it. 1,260 divided by 100. Yep, 12.6. We're now going to times by 5. 63. Okay, so they're going to add 63 bins. So 1,260 plus 63 is going to give us 1,323 bins. Is that more than 1,300? Yes, Matteo is correct. Lanza is a gardener. She has a plan of the garden. Lanza needs to put grass turf to cover the garden. She charges £16 per square metre. She thinks she will charge more than 800 to put grass turf on this garden. We're going to split this into two separate rectangles to find the area. So I'm going to split it along here. If this is 3.5 tall here, but the whole thing is 8 meters tall, I'm going to do 8 take away 3.5 to get 4.5. So I know that this side here is 4.5. Let's find out the area of the small rectangle. We're going to do 3.5 times by 4 because our area is length times width. So 3.5 times by 4 is 14. Okay, let's do 9, our length, times by our width of 4.5. So 9 times by 4.5 is 40.5. Let's find our total area. So 40.5 plus 14 is going to give us 54.5 meters squared. She charges £16 per square meter. So I'm going to draw my square meter and it costs us £16. We have 54.5 of them. So times by 54.5. 54.5 times by 16 is 872. 872 is more than 800. So Lanza is correct. Yes, she is correct. And I believe that is the end of the paper.